Alright, hello everyone. This is AskHope, the Truth Engine. I welcome to you my channel, and today we are going to explore the unseen, unheard, unjust, the food system. Uh, so we are going to explore the hidden realities of the modern food system, and also we are going to look at the history. We have a good research about it. I prepared a presentation for you. So if you are ready, let's start. So currently, on the supermarkets and everywhere we buy our food is basically labeled and coming from the like big corporates. And we were told we are what we eat, but what if what we eat is pain? And in this age of industrial miracles, we can have anything basically, but except a clear conscience. So I just want to uh, give some attention to the crisis right now we have, and let's breathe in. There is no guilt, there is just remembrance. And for too long, we have consumed without question. But the cost on like animals, on workers, on the land, oceans, even on us, on our health, on our souls, has grown really large to ignore. And I would like to share the truth that what I see. This is my truth basically. This isn't about blame. This is about remembrance, and let us see what has been hidden. So the global food system obscures exploitation and inequality and environmental degradation under the guise of efficiency and abundance. The research exposes injustice ingrained in industrial food production, aiming to educate and mobilize for systemic change. From what is the scope and relevance? From soil degradation to labor exploitation, the modern food chain reflects deep-rooted systemic failings that demand scrutiny. So the first part, from land to machine. So before the farms, the land, it was something sacred. The food was sacred. A seed in the earth, a hand in the soil. Now I feel like food is transaction. You know, yield per acre, meter square, meat per minute. So the green revolution brought abundance, but also the blindness. So we traded stewardship for speed, and the result, a machine that feeds, yes, but does not feel. So traditional, from family farms to factory food. Food production was once a community-centric practice rooted in biodiversity, seasonal cycles, and local economies. And green revolution started mid 20th century. Initiatives introduced high yield crops and chemical inputs, scaling production but intensifying monoculture. So corporatization turned food into a commodity, concentrating power and marginalize oh man, small scale farmers. We will look into this in the next couple of parts. So the concentration of the power and these businesses got like out of hand. Right now, basically, the food controlled by like few companies, 5, 10, but there are really big companies and they are very powerful. So that is basically, we don't hear much about this suffering and all the things behind the doors. So chickens bred to grow so fast, for example, their legs break, and pigs smarter than dogs biting bars out of madness because like they are called separated at birth, so we can drink cow's milk, and if this were your dog, it would be an abuse, right? But here they call it industry, and we will look into it. Across all the spiritual traditions like Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Taoism, the message is same: mercy, right? We need to have mercy. We have forgotten this, and efficiency at a cost, industrialization, a massive machinery, and they replace the manual labor, yes, increasing yields but fostering dependency on fossil fuels and large-scale operations. And chemical inputs change the soil. Fertilizers and pesticides boosted short-term productivity but degraded ecosystems and contaminated water sources. And few multinational corporations now control the majority of agricultural markets, marginalizing independent producers. Oh man, that's a hard word. Monocultures and biodiversity laws. Crop uniformity. Monocultures prioritize yield over diversity, reducing resilience to pests and diseases and increasing reliance on chemicals. So before there was not much chemicals that we add into our soil, and the crops were less, but it was tasty. Now I don't taste much the like corporate food actually. Expanding industrial agriculture leads to deforestation and loss of natural habitats, threatening countless species. That's a destruction, and that is concerning as well. And the replacement of indigenous crop varieties with standardized hybrids diminishes the genetic pool necessary for adaptation. Okay, so there is one research, and like they say no to concentrated animal feeding operation, and I also say no because like what are these CAFOs? The factory farms, concentrated animal feeding operation, like houses hundreds to multiple thousands of animals in confined warehouse style buildings. No little red barns and few pastures on these industrial agriculture properties. So there are so many of these, and they are controlled by few companies. And like I want to show you this, like this looks really like hard to me, and if I put myself into their place, I mean suffering and madness. uh, so animal welfare violations. These places confined animal feeding operations often confine animals in cramped unnatural conditions, like because it is so packed, prioritizing output over humane treatment. And like we are what we eat. It like you if you like okay, I also ate meat and fish and chicken in the past, and I understand that like it comes easy when you look around and everyone does it and everyone thinks this way. But there is one truth, and we need to be merciful. God says the mercy is like one of the things that human also can have. So there are waste runoff from CAFOs contaminate air, water, and soil in surrounding communities, and routine antibiotic use to prevent disease in overcrowded facilities contributes to the global AMR crisis. Okay, so part 3, I think, like silent poisons and loud profits. Uh, Inequities in who eats what and how. Low income communities often lack access to fresh, nutritious food while being oversaturated with processed options. So we have more chips than and easier to reach at to processed foods than the like organic or the like vegetables that we know how it like we not so much chemicals, not hormones, not like sorry. Healthy food remains unaffordable for many. Healthy food, yeah. While calorie dense, nutrient poor foods are heavily subsidized. While 1 in 9 people go hungry, nearly one third of global food is wasted, highlighting systemic distribution failures. And there are lots of labor exploitation in this industry that we don't hear much. That is why Unheard. And there are migrants, labor dependents in this industry. Agricultural sectors rely heavily on undocumented and seasonal migrant workers because they are usually easier to manage, right? Often underpaid and unprotected. And that is unfair, of course. And workers face high injury rates, pesticide exposure, and lack of healthcare or legal recourse. The contributions of food laborers are systematically undervalued and hidden from customers and consumers, whatever. People work so hard for this industry and we don't appreciate enough. And it is especially in these factories, right? These factory farms, workers, I think it is like one of the hardest job in the world to be like able to move and see and do what they say, but at the same time, like you see the suffering and become harder with time, like on the heart, what I mean with harder. And that is not what we want, right? We want to be merciful, we want to be more good for everything around us. So pollution and resource depletion from industrial agriculture also is a concern. Intensive farming depletes soil nutrients, causing erosion and reducing long-term agricultural viability. Water contamination, we talked about this also before with the forever chemicals and plastics, and again this one, runoff from fertilizers and waste enters water systems, causing and harming aquatic life. Agriculture contributes up to 30% of the global greenhouse gas emissions, largely from livestock and land use changes. Every year, basically, 80 billion lives. Okay, these are cows, sheep, chickens, like so many lives born to just suffer and die, but at the same time they produce a lot of greenhouse gas. Highly processed products dominate diets, contributing to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease globally. I mean, yeah, we are what we eat. Pesticide residues, additives, and antibiotic traces in food raise chronic health concerns. And foodborne illnesses, centralized production increases the scale and spread of contamination, outbreaks, and endangering public health. Like one burger we get from like one of the companies out there, McDonald's, Burger King, doesn't matter. We say beef, not cow, right? We say harvest, not kill. Language hides the violence. Culture normalizes, but that burger comes from maybe hundreds of different animals that lived, you know. We love animals, but eat them with like eyes closed. Okay. Through distance, through silence, through like there is a different future. Okay, not just the problems right now. Conclusion: we need to expose the injustice. We need to empower the change and redefine the value. Just food system values, ecological health, human dignity, mercy, and cultural heritage over corporate profit. Again, greed here shows how can devastate the environment, the animals, the air, the water, and others. So this is one of the animation that I created, like supermarket, from supermarket to a transition. So there are monopolies in this industry, of course, and decades of mergers and integration have left a few giants dominating each sector in US. This is my GitHub repository, by the way. I have made a deep research about this subject as well. If you would like to go check it out, I will share the URL and researches I have made and sources. In US meat packing, just 4 companies slaughter about 85% of beef cattle and a similar proportion of hogs. The top 4 beef processors are Tyson Foods, GBS, Cargill, and National Beef. Alone account for roughly 75% of US beef production. Beef on the side, chicken is likewise controlled. A few big players: Tyson, Pilgrim's Pride, GBS, Sanderson, and Purdue. Okay, so this is the industry, like this is the research that I created, all this presentation and everything. If you would like to check it out, please go ahead and look at it. I tried to be truthful, and I want to look some search again. It says here animal farms real. I wanted to search how it looks like, right? But it looks like this in this search. Okay, oh nice, right? Oh, very nice animals, we love them. And then another search. Right now almost 95% of our food, maybe more, we don't know, coming from there, this kind of factories. And when I write this CAFO animal farm pictures real, it comes to this. Okay, and this is, I'm hurting my heart, guys. I don't know. I think you understand what is CAFO, and as you can see how it affects the lagoon, sludge created by CAFOs. Before like 1900s, for example, this is how the farms look like, right? I mean, now it is all, I don't know, empty places, agriculture, and this kind of animals side by side. They cannot even turn. Like, think about, you are in a line, okay, but you don't know where you are going, and you cannot leave. You are on the line for whole your life, and that's it. And fish as well, we know how they treat fish, how this is one of the products, right? Cooking. And this is all from my side. I hope we learned something. We unveiled the truth, hidden realities of the modern food systems. This is AskHope, and I hope you do good day for the rest of your day, and I hope I will see you again. Inshallah, you have a nice day. See you.